Hey, what's up, fellow football fans? I'm Bruno here with the Football Channel, and today I want to talk about the upcoming Champions League games. We have so many fantastic games that are about to start in about half an hour from now as I record this. I'm actually just finishing watching Shakhtar versus Borussia Mönchengladbach, which has been a lot of goals, but a little bit disappointing. I thought Shakhtar was probably going to have a pretty good game. They have been playing fantastic football so far. I don't watch the Ukrainian league, so I don't know how they're doing in the domestic league, to be honest with you. But in Europe, I watched both of their games so far, and I was pretty impressed with them. I thought that they played pretty well against Inter and especially against Real Madrid. They play fantastic football, scoring 3 goals in the first half, and that was really their introduction to European football. Truly, this season, and it was a fantastic introduction. Very very exciting. So I was expecting them to do a lot better, but obviously Borussia Mönchengladbach is just putting on a clinic, beating Shakhtar to a pulp, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0 in the Ukraine. So I mean, it's a great result for Borussia, who with this result they are actually moving top of the group. They're number one now with 5 points, and those 5 points are really pretty impressive in Group B for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Let's remember they almost beat Real Madrid. They ended up getting a draw, and they got an away result against Inter in the first game, which was also pretty impressive. Considering going to Milan and getting a draw against Inter, also pretty good result. But today, I mean, even better, beating Shakhtar away 5-0 after they beat a very good team in the Bundesliga, Leipzig, in the weekend. So Borussia Mönchengladbach flying high. But really, this video is all about the other game in the group, Real Madrid, Inter Milan. So that's really the big game in the group tomorrow, obviously, we're going to have some good games as well, but I'll talk about those tomorrow. Today, I just want to talk about the games we're actually going to see today, starting pretty soon in about half an hour. And Real Madrid, Inter Milan, that's really the big one, the one that I really want to talk about. And look, this is a complicated situation for Real Madrid. Real Madrid, at this point, they have 1 point in this group, in Group B, and they're lucky to have that point, honestly. They were trailing Shakhtar at the end of the first half in their campaign. They were trailing Shakhtar 3-0. They're 3 goals behind. And yes, they almost came back. They scored 2 goals, and they even scored the third goal, which would have been the equalizer, and that one got disallowed. But still, truth is, they lost that first game, and they were able to come back from a 2-0 negative result against Mönchengladbach. In the second game, they were able to score an equalizer late in the game and get a draw against Mönchengladbach. But that's still not good enough. That's 1 point in 2 games for Real Madrid in Group B. And that puts them in a very complicated position. Better than if they had lost both games, which they almost did, but still, it still puts them in a complicated position. They're at the bottom of the group right now, but Inter Milan is not doing so much better. They got very disappointing results against both Borussia Mönchengladbach and Shakhtar. So they were expected, I'm sure, to win both of those games, and they kind of needed to win both of those games, at least one of those games, because now they're going to have 2 games against European giants Real Madrid, and they have 2 points. They're trailing Shakhtar by 2 points at this point, and Mönchengladbach by 3 points. So we're coming into this game, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, which is a clash between 2 European classics, really, and 2 great teams in actuality, because Real Madrid, they don't have Cristiano Ronaldo anymore, but they're still one of the best, if not the very best. I wouldn't say the best, but one of the best teams in Europe right now. Perhaps even the best roster in Europe right now. They have a bunch of really great players still, even without Cristiano Ronaldo. We're still looking at a team that has Benzema, Eden Hazard, who arguably was brought in to replace Cristiano Ronaldo, Vinicius, Rodrigo. They have, not to speak of all their world-class midfielders, Modric, Kroos, Casemiro, Valverde, and so on. A good defense. Sergio Ramos, probably the best central defender in the world, probably the best defender in the world. Great left backs, great right backs. Carvajal on the right, Marcelo or Mendy on the left. So great goalkeeper in Courtois. So really, really strong roster. Not as good as last year's because they lost some good players. They don't have as many options as they had last year. Last year, their roster was absolutely scandalous because they had so many options, and they had guys like James Rodriguez and Gareth Bale, superstars that often didn't even sit on the bench. It was that deep, but still a very good roster this year. And then you have Inter Milan, and this Inter Milan, since Conte went to Inter, he's been creating a very interesting team. A fantastic attack with Lukaku, Lautaro Martinez, even Alexis Sanchez is a third option. They have a good midfield with guys like Eriksen, who usually even doesn't even start for this team, but fantastic player. But they have a lot of great players. They just got Vidal. They have a solid defense, very solid. Solid is the word for that team, but they also have that fantastic quality in attack with Lautaro Martinez, with Lukaku. So a lot of qualities in attack as well for Inter. So this is going to be a very tough game for Real Madrid. It's going to be a very tough game for Inter, a true European classic, and both teams really need to get a result. For Inter, I think playing away against Real Madrid, even if they only have 2 points, I think it would be a good result for them to get a draw still, because they are playing against Real Madrid away. It would be a good result. For Real Madrid, only victory really matters. I mean, defeat against Inter Milan at this point would be disastrous. It would probably spell doom for them. They probably wouldn't be able to get to the knockout stages if they lose today. So they really cannot drop points. They certainly cannot lose. Even a tie for Real Madrid would be very bad, finishing the first round with the first 3 games with only 2 points. So I'm very excited about this game. Some players to watch out for. Real Madrid, I think Benzema has really become their main man last year, but also this year. Their number 9, who's finally scoring the goals, who's finally leading the charge in attack. He's finally taking on that role since Cristiano Ronaldo left. And for Inter Milan, also I'm going to go with the attackers, Lautaro Martinez and Lukaku. That partnership is really the key to Inter's success, as well as the solidity that Conte has brought in since he came to Inter. So very interesting game, and I predict that Real Madrid will probably edge out Inter Milan probably by a small margin, just because they usually do perform when they need to perform in Europe. So I'm thinking they will get that result, but that's going to be a pretty tough result. So that's it for that star game. Now, just real quick, talk about some of the other games that we're going to see today. In Group A, actually, Atletico Madrid and Lokomotiv Moscow is playing as I speak. It's 1-1 so far. Not a very good result for Atletico Madrid. They probably need a better result. They probably need the win, and it will be disappointing for them not to get the win today against Lokomotiv Moscow. And then Salzburg, Bayern Munich, that should be an interesting match. Bayern Munich, I fully expect them to win. They are unstoppable at the moment. Even though Salzburg is a good team and Bayern Munich is going to have to travel to Austria, I still expect Bayern Munich to get the result against Salzburg. And then Group C, Manchester City, Olympiacos. Manchester City has been doing well in their campaign so far. I expect them to win. Porto, Marseille. That's a tough one to predict, but I do think that Porto edges out Marseille, even if it's by a short margin at home. I think they are the better team out of the two. It's going to be a tough game, though. And then in Group D, we have Atalanta-Liverpool, which is going to be a great game. Liverpool has won their first 2 games. I think Liverpool probably has what it takes to beat Atalanta, even if it is away. But that's going to be a tough game, and I expect that game to be a very interesting game. For those who are not going to watch Real Madrid Inter Milan, but still want to watch a Champions League game today, I think that's the game to watch. Atalanta Liverpool, two teams that sometimes they have problems in defense, especially Liverpool now that they lost Van Dijk, but they are formidable attacking powers. Atalanta, especially a very attacking oriented team, not so great in defense. Liverpool, they are good in defense, but really their attack is the one part of their team that really steals the all the headlights. Uh, with Salah, Firmino, Mane, and now they even have Diogo Jota to add to that attacking lineup. So fantastic attacking football. Also Klopp, the way Klopp makes them play. Obviously, they play heavy metal attacking football. And Atalanta, they got the record for most goals scored in a Serie A season last year. So this is also a team that scores a lot of goals. And then you have Midtjylland Ajax, which is probably not a very good game. I don't expect that game to be great, and I think, but it is important for Ajax. If you're an Ajax fan, obviously you'll be watching this game because this is a key game for Ajax. They need to win today if they want to keep up with Atalanta and Liverpool. So thanks for watching, and 20 minutes to kick off right now. I hope you'll enjoy the game, and I'll probably make a video about Inter Real Madrid after we're done. Thank you so much for watching.